This gravel road mainly serves the local farming community to the south of Calvinia in the Northern Cape's Tankwa Karoo. It's a fairly rough gravel road that runs on the north-south axis through the Keiskie Mountains. The Poort is named after the mountain range through which it traverses, as well as the local Keiskie farm, which lies 4 kilometers to the southeast of the Poort. It connects the central sheep farming town of Calvinia with Middelpos, which is a minute hamlet of some 6 buildings including a post office and an hotel, 60 kilometers further to the southeast. The pass starts at its eastern end at the crossing of a usually dry riverbed and swings to the left and begins climbing at a gradient of 1 in 20 via a gentle S-curve. From this point the summit can be seen dead ahead in the distance, cresting the neck. As this left-hand curve straightens out, there's a brief dip in the road which can be quite sharp if there's been recent rain. The gradient picks up again and gets steeper to reach a sharp blind rise at the 0.5 kilometer mark. Once over the blind rise, the road levels off substantially and a cattle grid can be seen about 100 meters ahead. Immediately after the cattle grid, there's a wide level parking area where you can enjoy the sweeping views over the plains with the distinctive outline of the Rabuniberg dead ahead. Technically, this is not a poort, but a small mountain pass over a neck. It only takes 4 minutes to drive it, so do take the time to stop at the spacious view site and enjoy the wide views over the mountains and plains. Here it's so still you can almost hear your heart beating. Whilst this is a basic farm road, it does provide a thoroughly enjoyable alternative gravel road drive to visitors to the Tankwa Karoo. The road can be driven as a circular loop of approximately 2 hours duration, which will curve back towards the R355 and Calvinia. After the view site, the road now immediately begins descending and the gradient steepens to 1 in 5 as the road hugs the side of the mountain. The drop-offs to the left are quite steep and completely unguarded, so drive with caution, keeping your speed down to 30 kilometers per hour. The horseshoe bend is reached at the 0.9 kilometer point, and this is easily the most dangerous bend on this little pass. The entry into this left-hand bend is very sharp and quite deceptive. It should be negotiated at less than 30 kilometers per hour. Once through the horseshoe, the road straightens out into the southwest, then begins a very wide and long right-hand curve, which progressively changes the heading into the northwest. Throughout this long right-hand bend, the gradient becomes constantly easier and the last few hundred meters are virtually flat. The pass ends at the 2.9 kilometer mark at an altitude of 1,057 meters at the crossing of a small dry riverbed. Continue heading north, passing the farm Kalkgat on your left until you arrive at the tarred R27 just outside Calvinia.